All right, here's part 2 of conflict resolution when both parties are wrong. So we've already set the framework, and now it's time to start having the conversation. When we enter into the conversation, we are going to start with sharing the responsibility that we played. However, we are only going to talk in the I statements. We are not going to talk in the you statements. You statements have a tendency to place blame. I statements take responsibility for our own feelings while and communicating how we feel without placing blame. So we're going to say, I felt dismissed when you said what you said. I felt like we could have done a better job on this particular project at work. Like whatever you might say, you're going to stick with the I statements, okay? It doesn't mean that it's not going to necessarily have some meaning behind it for the other person. It just means that you're going to communicate how you're feeling and the part you played of, I shouldn't have said what I said. It was inappropriate of me. I felt that way because when you said that I could go jump off a bridge, then it made me feel like you didn't care about me. So we're going to stick with the scenarios and how we felt and I, right? And then after the other person says what they're going to say about the way that they felt, regardless of whether they use the you statements, because we're going to be emotionally mature in the conversation, we're going to do a little reflection. We're going to say, okay, let me just clarify and make sure that I think that I heard what you want me to hear. I heard that you were upset with me for whatever I XYZ, and that made you have a reaction to where you told me to go jump off a bridge, whatever that might be, right? So you're gonna repeat it back to them to make sure that you understand what they said. And you're going to do that because A, it's going to make them feel like you really heard them, okay? And B, it's going to help you come up with whatever your third part is, which is focusing on that future action that you're going to do in that moment, okay? And so when I talk about this in particular, I want to make sure that you understand that intention does not always equal impact. And intention does not forgive the impact that it plays. And so if my intention was to be joking when I said go jump off a bridge, and the other person doesn't take it as a joke, your intention doesn't matter because the impact is still there. And so it's really important to understand that all goodwill aside, intentions are not as important as the impact, and we have to take accountability for the impact that it plays. And so this is going to be super important when you're having conversations, especially when both parties did wrong, and maybe you don't even understand what you did wrong because your intention wasn't right. I mean, wasn't wrong, but the impact was. And so I hope this helps. If you like this video, please hit the like button and follow and share as much as you can.